It's over. Liquidate all your vehicles because renting on Turo is a thing of the past.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
Okay, maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic, but at the end of the day, it is a lot more difficult to actually rent on Turo than it was when I first started about 2 years ago. And today I'm gonna share with you a trend that I've been noticing that's gonna impact every single Turo host on the platform. And I mean everyone. And to start things off, we probably should talk about some of the most painful points, which is the obvious loss of income.
And it's gone.
And a big part of that is a lot of new hosts coming onto the platform and don't do a lot of due diligence on how to actually research what the market value of the car is worth, right? They don't know how to price their car. They haven't truly run the numbers of what it will take for them to clean, to travel with the car, and all the things that come with it, including depreciation. And one of the major problems that I'm noticing with new hosts coming onto the platform is that they're going in and underpricing their car's value just to beat out the competition and get new bookings. And the thing to remember is that Turo is already a cheaper platform than Hertz or Enterprise or any of these other car rental companies. So you're already delivering a very, very valuable service for the people who are just coming onto the platform for the first time and want to rent your car. But the problem doesn't lie there. The problem lies within the new hosts coming onto the platform and lowering their price 20 to 30% lower than not of Hertz or Enterprise, but of that of the same kind of cars that are already on the Turo platform. Personally, I don't have a big problem with that since I don't have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 cars on the platform. Not only that, but I can also just lower my price to beat out their price. But when it does become a problem is when you have 30, 40, 50 cars and this is your full-time business and hundreds of new hosts come onto the market that really haven't run the numbers on the business model and they list their cars for way, way cheaper than what they should. Not only are they shooting themselves in the foot, but in a lot of cases, they're also shooting a lot of other people who have built their entire business off of Turo. And again, I'm all for capitalism.
God, I love money so much, Morty.
I love the idea that you can go and list your car on Turo and deliver an amazing experience, just like Airbnb, but for cars. But I do think that this is leading to the next 3, 4, 5 years to be not just hyper competitive, but nearly impossible to even make this a profitable business. So if you're just starting out on Turo, consider the fact to properly price your car relative to the competition, even if it's just to the exact same dollar. And remember that a lot of people are still gonna get bookings because once all the similar cars are booked and renters want a particular type of car and yours is the only one on the market, they're still more likely to book than through something like Hertz or Enterprise. And honestly, in the next few years where I see the most amount of money to be made on Turo is in the extremely, extremely luxury car market or the cars that are absolute clunkers that are very, very cheap to rent per day, but also have very low maintenance. Now, I do see the possibility of a lot of people getting brand new cars, putting them on Turo, thinking that they could make a quick buck, and then realizing that they're completely backstabbing veteran Turo hosts that have a big fleet that are going to undercut them back. And then these new people are not going to get as many bookings, which could possibly lead them to even wanting to sell their cars or stop doing Turo entirely. And what that might lead is the crushing of small players or people that just want to get started in this business, which is exactly why it's so crucial to do the R&D before you even start and realize that you need to approach this with a business mindset and not just making a quick buck. Now, even though we talked a lot about the negative side of Turo, I did want to talk about a few of the positives. If you haven't been keeping up with the news, Hertz has officially announced that they're buying 100,000 Tesla vehicles for their fleet.
Is that a lot?
Not only are they going to use them to rent out to people that have been wanting Teslas, but also allowing people that drive Uber to rent them from Hertz as well. And obviously on the surface, it might seem like a brilliant move.
Now, Lamborghini.
But to me, it actually seems
very cringe.
And let me explain why. You see, as a giant corporation, Hertz or any other big firm has a lot more overhead, things like paying their employees, they have mortgages to pay, leasing space, paying for insurances, 401ks. All these expenses do add up and means that they have to charge a lot more per day per vehicle to make their money back. Rather than someone like me, someone that rents maybe 1, 2, or even 5, 10 cars, doesn't have to worry about employees' 401ks and all these other expenses. So while Hertz is increasing the price per day for their vehicles, more people are going to be like,
wow, this is getting ridiculously expensive. Why not try a new platform like Turo?
which as of right now has either half or even up to a third of the price that a vehicle on Hertz or Enterprise costs. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that people won't rent from Hertz ever again. In fact, some people love the company and use it very, very frequently. Whenever they have to travel, they use Hertz. Because of Hertz having to raise prices because the cost of doing business is so high, those valued customers that Hertz has had over the years will slowly trickle into platforms like Turo. So that's kind of where we're at as far as the current market goes for Turo or the rental car market as a whole. Again, be careful if you're just starting out on Turo. Make sure you do the R&D and to not lower your prices too much, because other hosts will notice and they will start a bidding war with you, and in a lot of cases can undercut you, especially if you're just starting out. And if you're watching this and you haven't started yet and you live in a big city, just remember that the competition is likely very, very high where you live. And it might seem like it's way too late to start, but that doesn't mean that the time won't come again, especially if more customers move from Hertz and Enterprise over to Turo. So if you're considering this business model and you want to know more about how to do Turo, my personal experiences with Turo, my worst experiences, my best experiences, make sure to smash the subscribe button. I also make a lot of other investing type content, so if you want to go check that out, go down there. I have a bunch of playlists that you can sort through, over 250 videos as of today, and I hope you got a lot of value from this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.